Nicolas, Yaroslav, San Daniel, Vasily, Vladimir, Dimitri, Olga, Igor, Fedor, Ivan, Yuri, Tsar Boris, Irina, Mikhail, Ladislas, Alexei, Simeon, Piotr, Alexander, Katerina, Vladimir, Vladimir, Vladimir Adi, Vladimir Ador, Vladimir est un grand conquistador, Vladimir, Vladimir, Vladimir Adi, Vladimir Ador, Vladimir est un grand conquistador. Gregory, Rasputin, Nikolai, Romanov, Vladimir, Ulyanov, Lavrenti Beria, Yosef Stalin, Vyacheslav, Malatov, Nikita, Khrushchev, Mikhail, Gorbachev, Leonid, Boris, Nikita, Yuri, Vladimir, Vladimir, Vladimir Adi, Vladimir Ador, Vladimir est un grand conquistador, Vladimir, Vladimir, Vladimir Adi, Vladimir Ador, Vladimir est un grand conquistador. Felix, Gregory, Nikolai, Yuri, Nikita, Boris, Dmitri, Vladimir, Vladimir, Dmitri, Vladimir, Dimitri, Dimitri, Vladimir, 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 Vlado, Vladimir, 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 Vladimir.
Hello, here we are again with Rodo León, but this time is not alone. Rodo León is here explaining the situation in the front line in Donbas, but with somebody that we, Iñaki and me, knew, thanks to our friend Prahyus, in Iran. Andrey Kochetov, I don't know if this the pronunciation is correct.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
Andrey Kochetov was in that meeting in Tehran. We know each other. I remember Iñaki Gil de San Vicente making an exam to Andrey Kochetov, a control about his knowledge about the things, and to know Andrey Kochetov is one of us or not. And well, I think the control, the exam was perfect, and Andrey Kochetov was with honor. He received the best of the the price of this sound from Iñaki.
You see, Txema, because I'm a Soviet pupil was.
Yes, it was impossible to fail. Well, after that, we decided to keep in contact and to keep in contact in all ways. But after that, we stay 40 days more in Tehran, and it was impossible. Now we can go on, we can go ahead with this, and we think the best way to start this relation of communication, guerrilla communication, guerrilla, anti-imperialist communication, guerrilla, is with Rodo León, because he is always at the point of knowing as much as he can about this front line. And at the same time, ANDREY KOCHETOV is in the front line, and then is the best way. And then we introduce to ANDREY KOCHETOV. Welcome aboard, ANDREY, and thanks so much for being there, because you are the one that is in the front line. We are only in the back line, trying to explain, to communicate the truth to the rest of the world. This is an interview that is going to spread not only in English, but also in Spanish, and as many languages we can. You ready?
A little better.
Yeah,
Yes, better.
Better.
Okay.
Okay. It's like that. It's okay.
I will put my Soviet plane. It's
Soviet plane.
What is Soviet plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandfather was Republican pilot and was in USSR. Yak 3 plane.
Yeah. And Yak 3. And which years he was a pilot?
He was piloting the Spanish Republican Air Forces. And he was in 1936. He entered via Odessa. And he
36, yeah.
He went to Moscow to have a reception by all the Soviet leaders. They were very, very kind and very helpful to all my grandfather's friends and comrades. And after they went to Kirovabad in Azerbaijan.
Kirovabad, yes, I know.
Tanka. And he was about 6 months. Training sessions, learning Russian, learning mathematics, learning mechanics, bombing, a lot of formation. He was also in the village. He made a little escape with absolute freedom of movement, with no problem. And he learned how the kolkhoz and how work the Soviet society. And in Spain was absolutely different. Only the good money people has a tractor. And here, and in Soviet Union, my grandfather told, it's incredible, because if they work and produce, they have like a price, more tractors in order to produce more. If you work more, you have more. And when he was in Moscow, oh my God, girls driving railways. It was the tram. It was crazy. In Spain, girls were at home, clothes.
Yeah.
It was very
So I remember some Serbian guys. They were in Moscow, and they live in Moscow, and try to put the way in navigator. And the navigator said the next turn will be in 600 kilometers. They said, "What the fuck?" They said we can cross twice our country.
So my grandfather learned a lot, and after he was in Spain fighting, and after he was 10 years in a concentration camp, and all bad history with Spain.
You know the very famous hockey player Valery Kharlamov.
Yes,
His mother was Begonia.
One film.
Yeah. Yes. So many kids from Spain were left in Soviet Union, and they growing up in here. Yeah. The great history.
We don't forget how Russia and Soviet Union and Soviet peoples helped us. For me, it's sacred. Your help for me is absolutely sacred, and I will never forget.
Well,
Thank you.
It's important that you think about the sacred of the history of the Soviet Union help. Well, another confession. Rodo León is a professional referee in water ball.
Yeah.
Also, and this is something that explains clearly why he is like you with this with this hair. I have no more, but well,
water, always with water.
Yeah. You see, it is too long for us to wash our face.
Well, we go to the question of how is it going in Donbas and in the rest.
Okay, thank you very much, comrade. I completely agree. In Iran, it was very interesting trip for us. There were many important meetings, and we had an opportunity to show our supporting of the Iranian people, and I think we do very important things that to communicate with Iranian people, to show them our support. And what about the situation in Donbas? You see, I'm not a high-ranking general, but I can see that the Ukrainian forces have to leave nearly every day some villages, because the Russian forces continue to push on them. And you see, I think now they not try to get many territory. I think that they try to destroy many Ukrainian forces. You see, it is something like a machine to cut wheat on the summertime, something like that. Because the situation in the Ukrainian side, we know that is very difficult, because many people refuse to fight against the Russia. The common people really sick and tired about the situation, and we can see many videos in internet what the military guys try to catch people. And as for me, I think the situation is impossible, because the citizens of Ukraine now like prisoners in their own country. And you see, I remember maybe in 2014, 2015, many people from other countries said that how it's possible that the Ukrainian forces they killed people in Donbas, because the citizens of Ukraine. But now we can see the same situation, but already in the inside Ukraine, it is the same. For me, it is very clear very clear signs of fascism, because the fascism is or Nazism. It is something like a wild animal, and it needs blood more and more and more and more. And it was a very sad joke that the United States will continue the war in Ukraine till the last Ukrainian will die. And this is the situation is really so. Now you can see every day Russia use many aircrafts to destroy the electricity equipment on the territory of Ukraine, to destroy the railroads and so on. You see, as for me, as we told natively, I'm Ukrainian, and it is very, very difficult to see the situation that the Ukrainian government really killed their citizens. And if we remember the history that we try to remember just now, and the Second World War, many Ukrainians people came to the Soviet army. Some millions people they took part of the Second World War, and now they by very old Romanian rule, remember divide rule. The one nation divided by the Western governments, Western ideology, and now we can see the result. The Ukrainian will stay after the war with destroyed economy, completely destroyed, and without citizens, because I know that many people left Ukraine and they went to the Europe, and many of them already said that we will never come back to Ukraine. So the situation is, for me, the situation is really terrible. Now we can see the very big tragedy of one nation, because you see, it's impossible for Ukrainian people not to understand Russian.
Yeah.
Everyone in Ukraine understands Russian. Maybe it's difficult for Russian people to understand Ukrainian language, but you see, the Russians always little lazy to study other languages. I always said, if you try to listen, you will understand anyway.
Well,
yes.
I let you talk a lot more than we are talking today, but I want Rodo León to ask you questions that he could.
For me, it's wonderful to hear you, Andrei, because Txema, if you try to remember all the time that also me and Guzman, we explained a lot of history of Ukraine, the situation of the country is absolutely the same information that Andrei gave to us.
Yes.
It's a systematic ethnical cleansing of eastern population of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Systematical by authorities. I remember Poroshenko when he told, "We will pay to Ukrainians, but they will not have money for all people."
Yeah.
It was an absolutely planified situation to clean and get away population from eastern Ukraine. I put here videos, if you remember, Txema, of the entry of the military forces of Nazi Ukraine in 2014 in Mariupol, when people were raging, please stop, and the army started to shoot people. Everybody saw this, but European Union, no, it's anti-terrorist, like always. Anti-terrorist when you want. When it's self-defense and the people's defense, Western allies always say it's terrorism. It's like Iran. It's the same.
The same. You see now we can see many videos how the so-called the peaceful people try to kill people, try to destroy cars and so on. And the Trump said this peaceful people. How it's possible?
The House of Syndicates in Odessa.
Yeah.
It's impossible to justify by Western governments this movement. A lot of people from Kiev, from the fucking Maidan came. They were fascist groups. The orders were absolutely simply kill these people and make attention to the war.
They were very good prepared, and we could see it that they they have equipment. They prepared, and you see in Odessa, not very often, but I can hear that in Odessa the people from our side, they were ready to fight against, but Nazi already came to kill, and the people was not prepared that they are ready. They came to kill them, and that's why so many people were killed. Officially 53, but nobody believe in that. I think something about 300 people were killed in the building of trade union of Odessa. But you see, in general, I want to say that we live already in the historical period of post-truth. Because you see, for example, the situation in Olympic Games, how to say, фигурное катание, when skating, dancing, and so on. The guy from Russia, his program were perfect. The other fall down, but he is not a winner. Because he's it is, you see the truth already. No need to anybody, just three of us.
I'm gonna ask you something to both of you, because in the programs you see, you know that, Rodo, I always say that when people ask me how is it going in Ukraine, well, we are winning. I put in the side of the Russia, you know, I am a son of Putin, and then we are winning, yes, in Ukraine. But then why Russia doesn't help to others, because it's so powerful? Sorry, Russia is winning, but in despite of that, 1 year before, when you say why Russia doesn't go on helping Syria, I say sorry. Is losing 100,000 sons in this war, and this was 1 year before, and 1 year after is losing 200,000 sons, and then I say, well, then is winning, and in 1 year has lost so many people that in 3 years before. I say, well, because the intensification of this intensified the war now, because it's going ahead with everything, but in fact the proportion with the Ukraine is the same, is 1 to 10 or 1 to 12 of killings. Do you think this answer is correct, because it's the double of the deaths? This show that there is never an agreement to sell Syria or to sell something in change of Ukraine. Ukraine is is there also 1 year after. And then, what do you think about this, Andrei? Do you think it's okay? This we are losing a lot of people in the fighting in Ukraine, but at the same time we are winning.
You see, I don't remember. I think maybe Henry Kissinger, when he was asked who will win, just in the beginning of the operation, he answered, it's very simply. You can count how many citizens in one country and how many citizens in other country. So this is the answer. But anyway, we lost many young guys. Nobody can say how many. But for example, I remember I asked my father when he was alive about the situation after the Second World War, and you know, the Brest Castle and Stalingrad or something like that. And he answered me that the real truth appeared only in the beginning of 60s, something about 20 years after the Second World War, after the Victory Day, because they try to count, they try to analyze the situation. So I think maybe in some years we will know the
real figures.
The huge of our tragedy, because anyway it's a tragedy, because the people is dying every day. But anyway, we can see that if we try to remember the beginning, the Ukrainians said, if we will give us javelin, we will win. After, if we will give tanks, we will win. If we give us aircraft, we will win. But Russians said, okay, send everything, we destroy everything. So now you can see the situation. You see, I don't remember the machine. When you make a road, you put the asphalt and the big and heavy machine to try to ground it. You see, the Russia forces something like that. They not very fast, not impossible to make very fast turns, but it's going and going. Something like that. So anyway, but as Putin said, that every meeting, every next meeting, the position of Ukraine will be worse and worse, because the Russian troops they push and push, and it's understandable. Yes. Anyway, it's a pity that many people is dying every day. Yes, this is the war.
Txema, for me, it's very interesting. Another time, the opinion of Andrei, because he's reinforcing my point of view that Russians feel this country with this fighting between Russians and Ukrainians as a brothers' fight. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
He told 5 times tragedy. When you speak, when you see in TV Putin or the Russian government speaking about situation in Ukraine, it's not we are demolishing the people of Ukraine, we are destroying Ukraine. No, it's a tragedy. They are not honored of kill brothers. They know that this is a absolutely tragedy. But if you see Ukrainian government, we will smash the Russians, we will kill the Kochos. and bad talking and very bad focus of the situation. You know, it's two different points of view that show the real soul of the conflict for every country. And
the
it's very important
faces against humanism.
Andrei, because I told a lot of times, why Russia don't smash Ukraine in 2 weeks? For Russia, it will be very easy. You consider 1 million troops, 3,000 tanks, and all the air forces, and I'm sure in 10 days Ukraine is in middle age. But this is not the target of Russia. This is not the target. The target of Russia is, first of all, make a safe environment, safe rules in Europe. It's absolutely out of law. As we can see, the world is absolutely out of any international rule or law or something. Russia understood that he must prevail with fight. Once again. 100 years ago, Soviet government was fighting against nationalist Ukrainian and Germans fighting against Lenin and Soviet revolution. 100 years ago. We are for third time in 100 years in the same situation. In Soviet revolution, in Second World War, and now.
There is something that I say always now, that the war is till the last Ukraine, maybe till the last Poland, or maybe another countries inside this, but till the last Ukraine, because the war is a plan, is agenda of the imperialist USA, Anglo-imperialist Zionist empire, and they won the war, and then they used to play games like you are the good one to negotiate, and you are the bad one, and the opposite. In the last meeting in Munich, we saw that they are master and servant. Really, they are slaves for the war that they want. And then I am sure they're gonna launch Israel against Iran, and they're gonna launch Europe against Russia. But in this time, when I always have said, well, maybe in Ukraine is like something between brothers, and then they go slowly, but they are going to go to Berlin, to Paris, to go there with the soldiers. They launch the missiles, and that's all. And when you want, we stop. But just yesterday, when I saw German so anxious to go and to kill Russians, that I say, well, maybe to Berlin we must go again.
You see, Txema, it is a Russian joke that one time in 100 years, the whole Europe gathered and try to fight against Russia. They got some strikes and come back from Russia. Yes, something like that. Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's history.
Yeah.
Sadomasochism of Europe.
Yeah. You see, in general, for me, it's unbelievable what's happening in Europe. For example, Germany. This is the most powerful economy of Europe. When yes, it was. When they explode their pipe with the cheapest kind of energy for economy of German, and they say nothing against. Yes, it's terrible, but nothing happened. How it's possible? I remember, this is the huge pipeline from Siberia to Germany, which was built in the Soviet period of time, and it still exists.
Yeah.
And Putin gave us the opportunity to get the energy more cheaper. Just use it. And it's terrible. It's impossible. And now the same situation. They send money to Ukraine, that Ukraine to continue to fight against Russia. But where they gave this money? From the common people of their countries. This is the truth. Many people said that now the quality of their lives said law, and you see, maybe I don't know. You see, I'm not such good in economy. Maybe it is the best way to forget about the debts. To destroy everything, maybe, I don't know, but I think they try to do it.
I just arrived from going to the supermarket to find some bot for not for all the week, and we are only two, my wife and me, only two, and I pay 140 euros, and my wife say, but this is only for 2 or 3 days. Only for 2 or 3 days in supermarket.
Try to imagine with 2 kids. I have 2 kids, little kids, all the stuff, school, all things, and now life is getting more expensive with the same salary. And for everybody, the rent is rising, everything is rising, and I can't, for example, healthcare system here in Spain, every day is passing, is getting lower, and it's a very for us is evident that that all public system is getting worse. It's a long time. For me, I think it's a long time strategy. But in the last 4 years, it was like racing, and like okay, let's go, and
so something like that.
And European government start to say, no, we will give to Ukraine thousands of millions of euros into weapons, to tanks, aircrafts. Oh, what the hell? Energy is getting almost expensive, and our economies are going down, and you are wasting amounts of millions of euros in Ukraine. It has absolutely no sense. It's impossible to justify.
You see, as for me, it is like the Russians said that they try to shoot their own leg.
See, here is the same.
Yeah.
Because we must analyze, we must always make the analysis that there is no Trump and Europe like an independent entities that can think in his interest. No, it's the case, the protectorate of Europe that is and was always not something independent of the USA. USA is the master of Europe since the Second World War. It's like that. And in the moment that USA need to sacrifice Europe is now. And there is no doubt the people that is president here is president only with the permits of USA. It's like that.
And we can forget that mass media owners of Western media are private funds and private enterprises and private interests. And no, it doesn't matter who's the president on the part or the party. All the conflict of Ukraine is focused against Russia. Russia is our enemy. Russia is the threat of Europe, and if you see World War II, USA liberated us, and all this paradigm, this Western paradigm, is like a stone in our education, in our films, in our culture. We are like Americanized, and
Yeah.
it's very hard for normal people to try to. And now with mobile phones and all algorithms that they are dominating our points of view, it's very easy. Take a look at my books. Here is history. Why people is not interested in reading books. With this, you can everybody can say USA made D-Day and liberated Europe from Nazi Germany. And what happened in Russia? Okay, I don't care. Every film, every mass media enterprise try to focus on one line, and it's very hard to work in this situation because the opinion is like polarized and giving this way. I remember when Euromaidan and this absolutely crazy process in Ukraine, all mass media, TVs, radios were in Kiev, in the square of Maidan. No, it's a people revolution against the will of Russia, against a dictatorship. Please, I saw Nazis with with the bandera flags with red and black flags. Excuse me, you are showing collaborationist and Nazism symbols. Why?
Yes, in the BBC was a documentary in BBC.
It was crazy for me. I was in I made a lot of demonstrations in Valencia. We were a few, but we started to say that this is absolutely crazy reenaction of fascism in Ukraine. It's impossible to justify.
And now in this moment of the war, Andrei, the people of Iran is now in a high escalation moment of possible confrontation in war. But everybody knows that this war is not. It's impossible to make a war with Iran, and that Russia and China don't take position and don't collaborate in defense. Why? Because if Iran falls, Russia, from my point of view, Russia and China are lost. If Iran falls, Russia and China are lost. Well, maybe not in the way that survival way. Well, we take the bottom, but if Russia, if Iran falls, in that precise moment is not when Syria falls, or is not when Venezuela could fall. So no, it's a cancer in the middle of the front line, like if you have all your stomach with a cancer, it's difficult to survive to this. And then is the people of Russia conscious of this important moment? Because I think Xi Jinping and Putin knows that, and are moving something about that. But is the people of Russia conscious of the importance of the global front line with Iran and China? But because in Iran, you know, and we saw that not all the people knows that for Iran is important the Ukraine front, because the Ukraine front, if Russia falls, then Iran is lost. If Russia falls, China is lost, and then they don't see it so easy that this Ukraine front is so important. In the opposite side, how is the conscience of the people of Russia?
It is very interesting question. I will explain. I remember just some years ago, Israel as a country was very popular as mass media of the Russia. For example, the many famous people have connection with Israel, and they bring them many news and so on. But after the situation of Gaza, the meaning of the people started to change. And also I can see in mass media the same situation, because everyone understands that Israel organized the real genocide. You see, it is the same situation in Odessa. The people were killed. The whole world had an opportunity to see it, and everyone tried to notice. Now the same situation in the Gaza. It is a big tragedy. You see, they blame Russia. They use aircraft, but Russia, you see, try to destroy the spots. The only one building among many buildings. But you can see in Gaza, they destroy everything. They destroy completely everything. And people now, you see, it is not good comparison. But now the Russian people, after the 2022, they more carefully try to think about that situations, because they see that the war already is knocking on their own door. And and people understand that Israel making terrible things. And when I was, you see, when I was preparing to go to Iran, it was too fast, because it's not understandable. I go or not go, and I started to talk with my friends when I came back, and everyone was surprised, and they no, first of all, because I was in the New Year night. It is family time, family celebration, but I was in Iran, and many people support. Many people said, let they fight. As for me, you see, we can say that Russia, China, Iran, it is some bricks in one wall. If you will put down one, everything was destroyed. And one more thing about the big economy. The Russia tried to organize the big way from the north to south. Yes. And Iran, it is very big part of this way.
The Caspian
Sea. Yeah. So I think that for Russian government, Iran, it is very, very important part of the world, and we really support it.
Mm-hmm. The agendas and the techniques of the war are the same from the empire against the axis of the anti-imperialists, and then the people of Russia could see like the same agent that made the same things to Palestine is the same one technique against Russia, against Iran, or against Cuba, and then it's more easier than ever to see the disguise of these people, but they are the same enemy. Okay. Well, Rodo, you are more than a month. It's not your fault. The blame is for us. The blame is for us without telling something about the front line in not as always, but because we have Andrei now to talk each other about this. How do you say the situation is it now? It's now in the front line.
Today we are making contact, and is our first meeting, Andrei.
Yeah.
And next meeting we will work with the frontline map and the little parts of the frontline situation. Okay, and we will check together our information.
Okay.
I have now the report of today. Yesterday, Russian aerospace forces made a long and wide attack to electric facilities and power supply stations. But like always, I say, and Andrei will tell me I agree with you, always in order to destroy military infrastructure, not civilian.
Yeah.
It's not to...
Yeah.
The main point and target is to suppress the electronics of communication of the drones. Is the most important thing to eliminate, because after the Russian drones can attack and will be supported by troops, but it's very important to suppress the communication point with energy.
Rodo, I'm sorry. You see, they try to hide behind the common citizen.
Yeah.
Yes, and now the Russia have to do this, but they say, you see, what about our citizen? Yes, what about our people? But what did you think before? Yeah.
As I told, Andrei is giving me the reason, because I always tell the same. Always Ukrainian troops and forces hide just behind the population or civilian facilities. We saw a lot of examples. For example, the kids' hospital in Mariupol. I remember these fake photos and this fake performance. And after, it was absolutely evident that it was full of troops. So we go forward, and I want to show you the general situation of the front line.
Well, it's more accelerate. As you said before, we're gonna show maps after in the next meeting. But the general situation is speeding up.
The advance is continuous. In the same, I told 1 month ago, Juliapol will fall, and Juliapol now is Russian. I told the advance in Zaporizhia region is about 1 or 2 kilometers per day. Each day, the Russian troops will advance slowly but safely, with combined artillery, front drone attacks, and supported troops. Little by little, they are beating each part of the front line. And for example, not only in Zaporizhia region, but also in Slavyansk and Kramatorsk region. I saw this point of the back. It will be absolute disaster for this final region of Donetsk. And in history, in 2015 and 2016, Donbas militia won in this zone and made Minsk agreements 1 and 2 because of this victory. And it will be a critical point for Ukrainian troops, because as I told in the past, this region is the more fortified zone. 10 years of fortification works. It's very hard to advance in these conditions. As I put a lot of videos, example, and it's very hard to advance. But as I told, in northern region, in Sumy, there are more little attacks, but it's like as I always say, it's like a maskirovka. It's a strategy to not to show the real cards to the enemy, where to push. is now they are attacking in some points, sometimes very hard, sometimes little by little, but it's no, it's normal advance. They are advancing at the same force.
Step by step, they go further.
Exacto. And
I say well, in the beginning of the operation of the in the 2022, in the beginning of operation, I think it was in March when I told, well, I was with Juan Lu González, and I told, well, do you think I ensure that the breaking point, the inflection point, will be when Dnipropetrovsk is lost? Because if Dnipropetrovsk is there in Ukraine, is a stronghold for the Ukrainians to go back again to attack. And then we need to go to Dnipropetrovsk and to get that. What do you think about this asseveration?
Andrei.
Okay. You see, I know in general the most difficult kind of fightings. This is in the city.
Yeah.
Because every building can use as a castle.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I know that there were some communications between Russians and Ukraine. Ukrainians didn't want Russian came into Dnipropetrovsk.
Mm-hmm.
And Russian asked, leave Zaporozhye, and we will not go to Dnipropetrovsk. But now you can see they already in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. So I think it is, as always, Ukrainian refuse to get any communication. They prefer to lose their territory. So we can see the map. Yes, this Konstantinovka now is fighting in the city. Yes. It is the north part of Donetsk region, Donetsk People's Republic. And you can see Konstantinovka, Drushkovka, and the next is Slaviansk. And yes, this is Slaviansk, yeah. Yeah. And
it's translation for Spaniards.
Kramatorsk, yes. Yeah. Kramatorsk, yes. You have translation.
Because Spaniards, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Cyrillic.
Yeah.
So Semenov.
Yes, Malotaranovka, yeah.
Do you remember Chasov Yar? And in this zone, it was very hard.
Slaviansk.
And in this zone was very hard.
Artyomovsk.
Is in the back. And as we can see,
look
at the defense lines. These red lines are fortified lines. It's very hard to advance in this situation. And here's a big city, Konstantinovka, and it's full of, as you can see, fortified lines, line by line. It's very hard to advance in this situation. It's not easy. And this is a back.
Yeah.
This is 4 minutes back. And as you can see, with the road in the middle, and it's very hard to take this.
You see, Donbas in the Soviet period of time, it was full of heavy industry. And that's why there are many buildings of old factories, industrial factories, and it's very difficult to fight there.
Yes, because they are like a stronghold.
Region. This is Yarkov. This is in northern Ukraine. It's very interesting.
Near Sumy, yes?
See, Sumy is this is Belgorod, but Yarkov, Sumy is just near here. and we can see
Yeah, yeah.
And here is a buffer zone in northern Ukraine, and and Russian forces are advancing just for make a buffer zone and a point of not easy but able taking of Yarkov.
Rodo, I completely agree with you. I think for the high-ranking generals of the Russia Federation, it is only one front line, not divided, and they, you see, like playing a chess. Yeah. They yes. In here there is not Ukrainian troops.
Does not show the punch. It's like preparing, but anybody knows where and how.
But then you can tell me, both of us, there is in this chess game, there is a horse lip, or there is not like that?
No, but you must have now the strategic initiative is from Russia. Russia is playing the game, knowing that the strategic advance is for Russia, but you must use it with clever. If you are not intelligent, you can waste your opportunities. And it's very good to take good position, safe position. And as Andrei told just 1 minute ago, it's to, okay, you send me people, okay, these people, I don't have more options that kill these people, kill these resources, kill these tanks, okay, I'm waiting here and advancing easily with the situation. It's a clever option for middle long-term war.
Andrei, you always been in Donbas, I believe, and then how is the animus, the spirit of the emotion of the people in Donbas with all this war, ongoing war, and at the same time the difficulties for the Russians to understand these new territories as a front line also, because Belgorod is in Russia and it's a front line. But the Donbas was suffering 7 years of killings, and then now they are there in the front line also, but it's not the same that in the past period. How do you say the difference is now? Maybe you have the high moral now.
You see, it is, I don't remember, maybe it is a feature of Russian or other nationalities, but when the difficult, the people try to help to each other.
Yeah.
And I remember the situation in 2014, 2015. It was very unusual for us. It was we were afraid too much about the situation. But anyway, if something happening, I mean, artillery destroy something or like that, the people gathered to try to find. You see, try to help neighbors, all. Even you don't know these people, but anyway, try to help. But now we live in this situation more than 10 years, and now it's more easy for us because there is no artillery already in Gorlovka, where I live. But they still use drones, and too much drones every day. And for example, just in Sunday, we were with my wife, came from the shop and tried to gather our bags from the car, and I can hear the sound. I can see that above us drone. Thank God he was going somewhere. we are not interested in aim for him was, but they use. And also now in Melitopol, Zaporozhye region, also not every day, but very often we can hear, we can see the drones above our city. So it is the part of our life. You see?
Yeah, yes, but this is a war, a 4-year war already, and then there is some moment that maybe the moral of the troops are not the same. How do you manage this, the moral in the war?
What do you think the moral?
The moral is the feeling that
the will of resist. You know the.
Okay. You see, it's possible to say that people are already very tired about the situation. It's very understandable. But anyway, the people understand that it's impossible to stop right now. You see that the United States said, let's frozen their front line. The people understand that anyway, maybe it will be not danger for me, for my generation. But for our kids, anyway, it will be very, very dangerous. The Second World War, how we hope that all Nazis already killed. But you can see there is it is was a very famous Soviet movie about the Russian spies, Russian spy in Berlin, in the high-ranking officer of German troops, and he had a conversation with Müller. And Müller said, if everywhere, if everywhere anybody will say "Hi Hitler," you must understand we came back. So we can see the situation. So people understand that we must continue. And Lavrov said many times, our task will be done. Yeah. So people understand it well. You see, it's difficult for Donbas. It's very difficult. There is no water. There is a problem with electricity also. But anyway, the people understand we have to suffer to win.
Well, this is the first time we join together. The next time we prepare an agenda of questions that to trade and to concentrate. But we could use this maybe 10 minutes more to finish with any question that you want to go on, and any question you have, Andrei, to us if you want, because of the opinion or the vision that we have about the situation, maybe. But go ahead, Rodo, and then Andrei, and then after we made the last round. Go, Rodo.
So for me, it was a pleasure to share with Andrei our points of view, and it's very interesting to see how we link our points of view in general situation and strategy of Russian warfare. And for me, is very good because I worked a lot in forming my point of view. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of history. It's not this conflict is not only about now. It's about the past, and this is a tragedy worked and cooked by a lot of years ago. And it's very important in this moment to not forget the past. and has all situation, all the timeline, everything absolutely clear. Because if not, we will fail with our analysis. And it's very nice to share information with Andrei from Russia and check that our analysis is absolutely evident, is the truth, and for Russia is a very, very big threat, and we need to ensure international European security, but forced by Russia, not by Western. You know, it's absolutely sure, because we saw the now USA will not have any limits, will work as the the root classmate, and BRICS, Russia, China, Iran must work, prevail, and not only for the people who wants a new and safe and fair world. And it's nothing. I don't have more to say. Thank you very much for sharing your point of view.
Also, for me, it is not just a pleasure, but it was very interesting. You see, anyway, I understand that the people with clear brain lives in every country. I don't understand what's happening with government of this country, but the common people is always think about the same, the peaceful life for their kids, the opportunity to get enough salary for their kids, and so on. But also, you see, for me, it is, as Rodo said, it is very, very specific, the Spain, because it was the big part of, very important part of history. We have the same, because many Soviet people took part in the situation before the Second World War in the Spain, and I know that many kids were brought to the Soviet Union, and also so maybe in the future our kids will understand that we have a good history, the common history, and for this we have to work hard and continue our communication. Maybe so.
For sure.
Yes, the reality is that it's an area of the world, not geographical area, but and people in the south, in front of the north, the imperialists, the colonialists, and the supremacists. There is another one countries and peoples that are fighting for humanity, and the flag of the humanity against barbarism, the flag of the common sense, real common sense, is now in the hands of Russia, China, Iran, Cuba, Korea, and so on. I think we are winning. I think we are suffering for winning, but at the same time, I'm sure that all this special moment of the world is a moment to take part on the war, to put your action in favor of only one. Not you can stay in the middle. This is false. You must take part, and in that way, an anti-imperialist collective people is sure. We are with Russia. We are with Donbas. We are with the government of Putin, and we are sure we are not mistaken the side. And then thank you very much, Andrey. We hope to go ahead with a lot more programs, more prepared. Now we were here like that. We go ahead.
This was a test. This was a test.
Okay.
This was a
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
But it's a test to do it.
We just say hello to each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
and to the rest of the people, because I'm gonna make a program with all these record meeting, and it's for sure that the people is anxious to come again to the next meeting. Thank you very much, both.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
André.
Thank you. So take care and no pasarán.
No pasará.
No pasarán. Like that. And take care you and your family with these criminal drones. Please.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you.
Наши интернациональные друзья
из Германии, Сербии, Италии, Франции,
из Индии, из Бангладеш, из Китая и из Америки.
Ребята болгары и черногорцы.
Все здравомыслящие люди из Европы, Азии.
В непростое время ваши слова греют нашу душу.
мы все видим, все чувствуем.
Что мы не одни.
Что вы с нами, что вы нас поддерживаете.
Это сейчас для нас очень важно.
И мы искренне
a la gran nación rusa. Sobre nuestra memoria sobrevuela vuestra gran cultura y las gestas heroicas de sus hijos, como ejemplo para los pueblos del mundo, sumergidos hoy en el embrutecimiento imperial. La Revolución de Octubre y los valores de la Gran Guerra Patria son un continuo junto a vuestra lucha internacional contra el fascismo. Al renacer de la serpiente solo podemos responder con el grito de combate del poeta. A galopar hasta enterrarlos en el mar. Como humildes portavoces de los pueblos de este occidente capitalista que os maltrata y difama, queremos agradecer vuestro coraje y resistencia ante el ataque despiadado del monstruo imperialista de la OTAN, la Unión Europea y los Estados Unidos de Norteamérica, quienes provocan y obligan a sacrificar vuestras vidas por el simple hecho de ser un país que preserva su integridad y su condición de ser, siendo así un ejemplo para todos. Con vuestro accionar en el Donbas, Rusia se convirtió en un garante hasta ahora en solitario de la seguridad y multipolaridad del mundo entero. Pero esta aparente soledad no durará mucho. Como decía el camarada Fidel, somos legión y nos veréis por los caminos con nuestros cantos libertarios. Como prueba de ello, queremos hacer llegar la certeza de que vuestra alma nunca podrá enfriarse en la oscuridad de los tiempos, porque todo lo que sentís y veis, también nosotros lo vemos y sentimos. Occidente no nos representa, porque ha vendido hace ya mucho una moral de la que hoy carece, obligándonos así a corresponder con nuestra más firme solidaridad y apoyo para gestar una unidad contra el fascismo. Nuestra resistencia es una mano tendida hacia vosotros, haciendo renacer lo que antaño fue de nuestro espíritu, ya combatiendo en la Guerra Civil Española de la que habéis sido parte, o alzándonos en las huelgas históricas por la jornada de 8 horas que esos fantasmas decrépitos quieren enterrar para siempre. Gracias a vuestra entereza y bravura, hoy podemos volver a hacer emerger las más nobles aspiraciones de la humanidad, de esta oscuridad en la que nos han sumido por tanto tiempo. Estos escuálidos vampiros no nos representan, y esperamos que dentro de muy poco tampoco representen a todos los pueblos trabajadores del mundo, unidos como estamos, en un solo objetivo y un solo sueño. No pasarán. El triunfo será nuestro. Hasta la victoria siempre. Venceremos.
Querido pueblo de Rusia,
nosotros, los pueblos de este occidente capitalista,
que os maltrata y difama.
Queremos agradecer vuestro coraje y vuestra resistencia
ante el ataque despiadado e infundado de este monstruo imperialista.
Es el nazismo de la OTAN, la Unión Europea,
los Estados Unidos de América, los países aliados, siervos y esclavos.
Agresión que desde hace siglos los provoca.
Humilla y obliga a sacrificar hasta vuestras vidas
por la defensa del ser humano, hoy de los hermanos y hermanas del Donbas.
El intentar ser garante de la seguridad
y la multipolaridad del mundo.
Nosotros, los ciudadanos despiertos de este occidente.
Blanca se ha pegado, que vamos a ánima y poderse controlar.
Que todo lo que sientes y ves, también nosotros lo vemos y sentimos.
Que la gratitud de ustedes hace que nos avergoncemos
del proceder de nuestros gobiernos.
Cada día más nazificados, lo que a muchos de nosotros no nos representa.
Nos sentimos moralmente obligados a corresponder
con nuestra más firme solidaridad y apoyo
en vuestra resistencia al odio que os profesan.
Nosotros, estos occidentales despiertos,
somos lo que tanto tenemos que agradecer al gran pueblo ruso.
Por su solidaridad internacionalista histórica.
Desde la Gran Guerra Patriótica hasta nuestros días.
Por suerte cada día somos más los que perdemos el miedo, aunque nos amordacen.
Somos más resistiendo la confrontación entre hermanos.
Gracias a vuestro esfuerzo.
Nos estamos convirtiendo en ese ejército
que leva a verdade hacia esas fronteiras ficticias entre os nosos povos.
Hoy más que nunca también hacemos de la vuestra.
Nasha rodita Rusia. Nasha rodita Rusia.
Nuestras almas acarician a las vuestras.
Con todo el amor que os podáis imaginar.
Con todo el dolor que sentimos por el gran sacrificio que lleváis años haciendo.
A costa de millones de vuestras vidas para el bien del ser humano en el mundo.
Por todo esto, nosotros,
los ciudadanos despiertos de Occidente,
lanzamos una eslava al gran pueblo ruso.
Y una eslava a la gran patria rusa.
Es pasiva Rusia. Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
El nuestro cor es el vuestro cor.
Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Vuestro corazón es nuestro corazón.
Es pasiva. Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Porque todo lo que sentís y veis, también nosotros lo vemos y sentimos.
Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Es pasiva Rusia, hasta la victoria siempre, venceremos.
Es pasiva, nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Es pasiva, nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Es pasiva Rusia.
En Deutschland es pasiva Rusia.
Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Es pasiva. Nuestro corazón es vuestro corazón.
Что вместо реформ государственные институты были просто бесцеремонно разрушены, а права человека, включая и право на жизнь, ни во что не ставятся. Так и хочется спросить тех, кто создал такую ситуацию. Вы хоть понимаете теперь, чего вы натворили?
Nasha Rodina Rusia.
Es que es nuestra patria Rusia, entonces Nasha Rodina Rusia.
¿Ha salido bien?
No, esa repítela, Nasha Rodina Rusia.
Pareces un director de cine, aquí todo intransigente. Nasha Rodina Rusia. Bueno, ya todo bien, ¿no?
Sí, te lo podría hacer repetir 100 veces, pero lo dejaremos ahí. Más cosas.